You do it. I take it out. I, I made sure it was nice and toasty in this car. It's cold outside. It then finally got cold out in Dallas, y'all. Hey, could you pick that trash can up? It then finally got cold out in Dallas, y'all. It's cold. I'm a plane de-icer. And, it makes me really pay attention to what's happening with planes. And it's crazy to see all these planes crashing into each other, right there. The plane's been hitting, crashing. So, I mean, it is. You know what's happening is even with me because I said I'm a plane de-icer, so that means I go out onto the tarmac and before the plane takes off, I have to. I drive the truck that sprays the plane down. Sprays the ice off the plane or sprays it to stop it from like when they take off to make sure it doesn't like get all jacked up, get messed up. So it was weird. Like it's been a whole lot of stuff going on. It's been a lot going on with communication devices, the back and forth communication between people. In all of those situations where those planes are going down, you'll notice that something happened with their communication, like their walkie talkies. And I don't understand what's happening. Like whether someone's interfering. The person elevated up. 'Cause, you have to like elevate up and like spray the plane down because they're really high up. And you get one of those. It was like a jumbo plane, like a really high up plane. And one of the people they boomed up at work and they were spraying down, and somehow they were still spraying the plane, and the plane started to move and crashed into the truck, y'all. Man, they was out. It was at nighttime. They was out there, and it was something with the communication. There's something going on at these airports and at these with these planes that's interfering with the communication back and forth uh with each other for something. It's really weird. Playing Subway Surfers without airplane mode on. I know. I don't know what's happening. It's like there's a cross up going on, and yeah. So there was even at my job with the plane, somebody it got crashed into. And then there was something else that happened. I saw a whole bunch of police going down somewhere. So there's something going on with these planes, y'all. Something going on with these airports. They might not put it on the news about what's going on, but there's something happening with these airports, with the communication back and forth between planes. Even the Black Hawk, it says like they were. So what they call it is. So what happens is that if I'm talking and someone else is talking and someone else is talking, it'll cancel out. So if I said something to you on the walkie talkie, hear what I said. But if it makes a noise like that means okay, people can hear what I'm saying. And a lot of times when you're talking, somebody else is talking at the same time you're talking, and so you didn't hear what the other person says. And that's how aircrafts communicate back and forth with each other. People at the airport walkie talkie. Hey, control such and such and such and such. Truck 51. You know what I'm saying? A flight in 557. Uh, clear the land. Clear the whatever. And so they're communicating back and forth with each other. Okay, yes, I'm 55 whatever feet up in the air. Da, da, da. I'm heading southeast. Am I clear to what I'm saying? Whatever. And they'll say yes, clear. So if two people are doing it at the same time, or in somehow the airway is not clear, then that person didn't get the message, and so that's how those flights are happening. So with the two flights with the Arizona flights, what was happening is that when you have a plane that's coming out of those smaller things, they're at like a lower They're not like high up like where all the big planes are, where it's monitored space. The planes use their walkie talkies to kind of navigate where each other are. There's not like actual surveillance of that airspace. So imagine just how like trucks, right? Like they're on the road, but it's an open road. There's not like actual streets and stuff, right? It's the sky. So there's no like you guys could two people could be going, okay, I'm coming this way, southwest, uh, blah 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 blah. And they're communicating on the walkie talkie. But everybody is all communicating on that same channel. So one plane might say something, hey, I'm coming across, I'm about to land over here. Woo woo. This other plane, hey, I'm over here, I'm 15 feet, blah blah blah. And so if they say something at the same time, it'll cancel each other out, and then that's where you get a plane crash. But this is not a normal thing. The way it's been happening, how it's been so frequent, where you have these kind of hiccups with the communication. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's happening. I don't know because it happened even at my job where people where the plane crashed into the thing trying to communicate to the plane and tell it, okay, well, you can move forward, but they're still spraying the plane off, and then the guy ends up stuck on the top of the plane, can't even come down. They had to call the fire department. They had to tell everybody to get out the plane. Man, it was a whole ordeal. The whole thing, it was a man. I don't know, man. Something, and then everybody I know is like, I'm not getting on no plane. I'm like, is that what they're trying to get you to do? Not get on planes, not fly? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening? Like, okay, if we let's scare everybody into not flying. And then all this like not flying stuff and air flight and planes crashing is around the same time this Doge situation's happened. So it's like I don't know whether this is distractions or what, but it's interesting that it's a lot of little stuff happening at airports.
Right. They need a better walkie talkie to like
A better communication system. I'm like, bro, like y'all, like, there needs to be like someone that comes in and like tailors it like a little better because everybody just on walkie talkie like they're truck drivers, all on the same channel, kind of communicate with each other, canceling each other out, and you in midair,
right.
and crash into each other. Come on now, two small little planes on the private sector did it. A Black Hawk is miscommunicating with a huge 747 plane with people in it. Like that's crazy. How did the Delta flight end up upside down, y'all? What that in the movie with Denzel Washington? Didn't Denzel have a movie about that? Having to land upside down? That's crazy. And people still survive, thank God, but how did the plane land upside down, y'all? Okay, what's going on over here? All these buses are coming out this way now. That's a new route for the buses now to come out that way. Let's see if they're buses. That's okay. Some buses are coming out. They doing some new stuff today, y'all. Over at school. But yeah, oh yeah, say hi, Aura. Hello. Yeah, so yeah, these planes. And so I'm like everybody I know is like, I'm not flying. I'm not flying nowhere. Right? They just go to the extreme with, I'm not flying. I'm getting my own airplane. No, they're not even gonna fly no airplane. It's like they just gonna walk everywhere. They're gonna walk. Oh shoot, I'm in the okay. But the bus driver was frantic with that horn, wasn't it? Yeah, that was crazy how that sounded. Bro, he mad and stuff. Like, you ain't supposed to be over here. Or you get me in trouble, having me bring you to the back area. That bus driver was mad. You heard how that bus driver was beeping that horn? Yeah. Breaking the horn. She's at school already. I already took her to school. You got your idea. Okay, good. Yeah, So yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, the whole communications, they're gonna have to do some new way level of communications, because that the way that they're doing stuff now is not what's up. Also, what else is going on? Man, so you have that lady who abandoned her kids in Detroit. That's messed up. Me and Mel are gonna like do a show about that. Me and Melanie Jones, we're gonna like talk about that. What because I think I got some more information on that situation. We're still trying to figure out whether she was in the casino or what's going on. We're gonna talk about that later on today. We have Mel Smith, and he's doing a six-part series on Did Jesus Exist? Now, he has been to Rome and he found out some interesting information about Jesus. And he's going to share it. He's going to break it down from a biblical perspective, and then from an actual research perspective, and show like his trip to Rome, the things that he uncovered and stuff like that. And it's going to be like, I think, a five-part. I think he said a five-part series. Um, Also, like I said, we're going to be talking about the I've been at the airport. That's why I've been on here that much, because I've had to go out there and de-ice planes. When there's a snowstorm, I have to go out there, and it's and let me tell you something. They make you stay there. Well, they don't make you stay there, but it's a seasonal job, so we look for the snow, and then we're there for like I've been there for like 2 days straight. Like you just like do shift, like work like almost 24 hours. Like that's what's kind of dangerous. It's kind of the way they be out there. Airport workers be tired because they be working like double shifts and triple shift. People that work at the airport, y'all, that's like being they be on 2 hours of sleep. They be on very little sleep doing them jobs. It's kind of crazy. That's why sometimes you be like, okay, pilot, you know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like a truck driver, how they be, what I'm saying, like trying to just driving and driving and trying to get that overtime and get that time and a half and all that bullshit, and be kind of working each other, working to death. It's like working overnight, like not getting no sleep, falling asleep in the truck. All kind of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? People be they be up. Imagine being up suspended in air and be sleep, and then the truck. Me as the truck driver, I got to like kind of pull forward and hit the brakes so you can know. Oh, okay, wake up, so I can uh spray this plane. You know what I'm saying? And they lucky they get to have a little nap. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of hard if you're driving the truck to take a nap, because the supervisors are going around in circles, like looking at everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but you be in that truck. I was in there for 14 hours one time, just sitting in that truck like this. Like Tuesday, I was just in the truck for 14 hours straight, just sitting in there. And then the icing really got really heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of it's a fun job. It's actually kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't want to get into that bucket, because until I get down a few pounds. I've been losing weight, y'all. I know you probably can't see it, but I have been losing weight. I've been watching doing my little diet, taking this berberine, doing different stuff, trying to like bring my weight down. It doesn't help sitting in the truck though, because it make you have to snack a lot. You constantly like snack, because there ain't nothing else to do. You just either sit on that thing looking straight ahead, and looking at the phone. Lately, I haven't been able to really look at my phone and like watch stuff. Cause I've been really on some like watching meditation and manifestation techniques and stuff. And I did this hypnosis, and I think it kind of did change my mind a little bit doing it, like watching it, because it's hard for me to it's hard for me to watch certain stuff now. Like I used to be able to watch a lot of different things, and for some reason lately I have not been able to sit for like too long watching certain stuff. So I think even with my channel, I was kind of like getting into a little bit of gossip here and there, but I'm gonna get back to like spirituality and like you know, really, I'm gonna start getting into manifestation techniques. I've been doing some research, and I'm going to start sharing some of the techniques that I have found with you guys, because I think it's really important, especially right now, um when with all this stuff like affecting our finances. We need to like start like channeling our energy towards like manifestation, like techniques and positive thinking, because right now it's a lot of attacking on our psyche, when it comes down to our finances. We don't know what's going on. It hasn't been happening all the time. It's been recently. There's been I think you're talking about all the like crosses in communication. It's been happening recently. It's been so weird. Like the lines of communication with those devices, those walkie talkies, uh, um, and the control centers and stuff. It's something almost like it's like I'm not sure if it's like more activity than usual with the flights and flight patterns. And so what happens is that, well, first of all, that Black Hawk should not been on that frequency and should not been that low. So you're communicating with the main tower. Hey, I'm coming in, whatever, da 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 da. The Black Hawk is hit up there. I'm coming in. You know what I'm saying? The one guy's leaving. I'm leaving out. Okay, da da da. All right, all clear. And then, boop, it'll make a beeping sound because I'm on the same system that the airport is on when I do my de-icing. If you talk at the same time, it'll boo. It cancels each other out. If you don't hear a chirp, chirp, they didn't hear what you said. And sometimes it won't beep, and you'll be talking, and you don't. And if you don't hear, and you'll say something, and a person be saying something to you, but if you're talking at the same time, they said something, and you don't hear nothing. And so that's the weird. It's been weird. The communication's been really weird. So I don't know whether it's a Mercury retrograde or some kind of a weird time, but the communications devices are being crisscrossed. In all those situations, it's the communicate. It's the walk. I don't know that canceling out has happened before, to where if and you don't know if that person might have said something while you were saying something, and then you missed it. So and if there's a whole bunch of people talking on that same line at the same time, you get like you'll miss the message. So that's how detrimental that communication is with the airports and with the flights and stuff like that. So it's even more detrimental than the truckers on the road. So with those walkie talkies. And it's kind of an old system. It's a dated system. Oh, okay. What did y'all not hear about what I just said? Basically, that whole communication system in the air at the airports is dated, and they need to figure out a better way, because I don't know who's going to design it, but that's why the planes are crashing into each other, because the communication is off. And I also think that there's stuff flying out, falling out the sky from some of that stuff. I don't know. It's like did they? Because I know that when we got briefed, it was like it was a communication was off between the two airplanes, and so but I also think there's stuff falling out the sky and hitting these planes. All these like spaceships and stuff like that. They keep sitting out there, and all that little debris they're sitting out there trying to mess around, trying to get past this little dome we're a part of. I'm still I'm still trying to figure out if we're part of a dome, or we're trying to like why can't they get past that certain area? Why do balloons keep hitting up on the top of that, whatever that is? So It's very outdated. That whole communication system is extremely outdated, and I don't even know if there's anything that's going to be able to replace it because everything relies on it. That and see, that's the thing is that even Elon Musk with this whole Doge thing, he's talking about like how there's people down the in the basement like kind of processing stuff by hand over time. Let me tell you something. When I was in the military, like they had stuff on micro. I used to do information management, and the whole military was trying to take all the records and transfer them over to microfiche. We had a whole system of time where things finally got transferred over and went to the National Archives. I mean, he and Elon is trying to get in there and get the information and trying to digitize everything. And to be quite honest, I don't know if that's a good idea. And then the fact that we already seen that he created a website and then leaked out people's information because with the information on it, it's like I don't know what Elon's doing. I think that I think that he probably has good intentions, what he, and a little bit of ego towards what he's doing. Like, oh, all these systems are antiquated. You know what I'm saying? So let me try to come in here and fix it, with my group of like nerds or whatever. But I think that you can't move a fucking Titanic ship that quick fast like that. When you have such a huge ship of stuff of things going on, it's not gonna be a change huge. Like you're not gonna turn it around like it's a Kawasaki motorcycle. When you have a huge operation like that, you have to do things little by little. And I've worked in major corporations like AT&T, Verizon. Change at those type of situations that have existed for many years and have like had systems in place. And he knows that. Elon must know that you can't. How he's going in there and trying to just switch things up. He wouldn't even do that in a corporation, bro. Corporations don't even do that. Why would he do that with the government? And all the government is another corporation. Why would he go in there and think, oh, okay, well, let me go in here. I'm going to fire everybody. I'm going to redo. Well, no, normally you're going to fire the people that even know how to work the systems. No, everybody get out of here. We're going to come in here. No, because you're talking about a whole country of people. This is, but some of these corporations might have 100,000, maybe employ a few million people. But I think that he's trying to apply like kind of that kind of corporate takeover mentality to the United States and say, oh, okay, if I were to take over this company, how I would do it is I would come in, I would fire everybody, and then I would bring in a certain group of people that are specialized, and then they would go in but you can't do that with something that this system been existing for like since this for the beginning of the country. You know what I'm saying? They had to like probably manually put papers together, write stuff down, you know what I'm saying? Different organizations, or whatever. And so they have these old systems and ways of like keeping records and doing stuff. And you can't just go into that and just try to dismantle it and think that you fixing to do something. You gotta be very careful and slowly but surely. All these systems are antiquated. Our whole infrastructure is antiquated. And I can tell you that. I was in the military. Very antiquated systems. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it would be a lot of times it would be a person like me, a younger person that would come in, have to teach the older people how to even operate the new systems. Because they're so old, doing it by paper, on like an old MS-DOS computer back when I started working in the military. They have to switch over and learn how to do the new system and show them how to do all that because they're used to like being on Word Perfect and shit. On MS DOS doing stuff on Word Perfect. Oh man, they doing they doing everything using key commands and stuff like that. They ain't even on no graphical user interface. They had to like teach them how to actually use a graphical user interface. back in the 90s when I was in the military. So it's like that. It could be that antiquated. And just to give you an idea of how antiquated, I used to work for the Detroit Department of Education. They all of their records, because I used to work in the special ed department that was ran by a psychiatrist. All their records were in like this one room, and you could even barely pull all the records. They had no way. They were holding on to records for people that were deceased, and they had no way of siphoning out these records. Like they couldn't throw them away. They couldn't get rid of them, and so they're just inundated with records. So when a person's trying to like apply for special ed, you have all a million of these records. Some people are 150-year-old records, and you have to, and they're squeezing these records into this filing, like this filing here. There's records on the floor. It's just a mess. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dude, why don't you guys put this stuff on microfiche and send it to the National Archives? But I'm I was in the military. That's what my job was, is information management. How do you successfully handle information from creation all the way till it goes into the, till you get rid of it. There's a certain way based on the level of the clearance of it. Regular for your eyes only, for information only, FOIA, confidential, secret, top secret, and then departmentalized. How you get rid of that information and where it goes and how you actually disseminate of it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of our systems don't have the correct system in place to get rid of like files and information. So there might be an 80-year-old person that's still working in that same thing, that been working that sucker since the 1960s, and they the only one that they done created the system, and they the only one that know how to work it. And so then you get a person like Elon to come in and say, well, hold on. What is y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? This is why are we doing it like this? And then he wants to come in and just get rid of her, and then it's like, now how are you gonna get your records now? Because she's the only one who know how to work this system. You can't just go in and just crash out like that. You gotta slow listen. So what's this system? How you doing this? Oh, okay. And then you could probably get rid of her after you find out how she got everything situated. But you gotta slowly but surely, like, you can't just crash her out and just throw her out to the trash, because she created the system and it's been running on that system for years, for decades, probably centuries. Some of these people are like damn near, in that, like, about in their 60s, probably still working, these government systems, and probably created the system. You know what I'm saying? So it's just egotistical to come in. Is this the younger? I'm not sure if Elon is a part of like the Generation X, or is he for millennial, but is he a millennial or a Generation X? 11 kids is wild. I don't know why I just jumped into that, but yeah, like, whatever he is, he's just not have it. I guess maybe it's because he's on a spectrum. He doesn't have any like understanding about, like, how you just can't go in and crash out like that. You know what I'm saying? You have to change is not abrupt. When you do things abruptly, you're gonna dismantle. Like, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to. I don't know. You're gonna have to like just trash everything and start all over again. Well, then what are people gonna do with the how? So retirement, everybody's stuff, just fuck everybody, whatever they put into like the government and whatever, like, and because the file system was antiquated, so you're just gonna throw it all away. So say we got this system with this planes, right? Everybody's on walkie talkies. Do we just say, get rid of walkie talkie, land on the planes, don't send no more planes? You see how ridiculous that is? Everybody fired. We're gonna get some new pilots up in here, and we're gonna get a whole new system. I haven't got the system created yet, but we're just gonna come in here. We're gonna figure out what's wrong with the system, so we're gonna land everything and stuff. That's what this Doge thing is looking like. Where you have an antiquated system, and instead of like slowly making changes to the system, you just want to just trash everything, start all over, and do it the new way. And that's not how you do stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's a ridiculous way of going about stuff. And And I don't care how much of a billionaire, trillionaire he is, because he wouldn't be that without government handouts. All he knows how to do is have people around him that knows how to like write grants and write and get money from the government. So I don't really respect the person that's a billionaire, but it's based on handouts. He's complaining about welfare, but he's getting corporate welfare. So I don't want to hear that. You're getting your own version of welfare. It's called corporate welfare. It's rich welfare from the government, and it's in the trillions. So I'm not trying to hear none of that. Has been doing this on. I don't know that you think he been doing it on purpose. I don't know. I think it's really strange to have a person that's not. Is he? Was he even born in America? Ain't he from South Africa? That's like a person coming from like Russia coming in and joining the country and becoming in. He ain't even been elected. Like what? How do you just get access to all this stuff and ain't been elected? He's not under any kind of like oath or, and he gets access. I don't. Trump is crazy. I think it's because he's used to working. This being a businessman, that he's handling things from like a businessman, and he kind of feels subservient to Elon because Elon got more money than him. So you can even see that as a president, this guy's towering over you with his child. He above you, his child's over top of him above you, and you sitting down like hunched over. Child, that looked so weak. That was the weakest looking shit I've ever seen in my life. How you honey? I would have stood up. Like, no, we're not fixing to have you towering over talking about what you think while I sit at this table. And like do what he said. Like he tired, so he just, and it's the son like fuck you, Donald Trump. You need to stop whatever he said, whatever his son said. Shut up or something, whatever the son said. Son don't respect him. Elon just doing whatever the hell he want to do. Jasmine Crockett is going, her head about to pop off her head. She getting so irritated by the whole situation because she been doing nothing but just going in the whole time. Shouts out to Jasmine Crockett. He's from Africa. How in the hell you got somebody from a whole nother country just come in and just give them access to everything? And wasn't they like a part of like, they're part of like, I mean, aren't they a part of like BRICS or something? And what the hell? Is it Brazil, Russia, India, China, or India, Cuba, China, some shit, whatever it is. Ain't South Africa a part of it? What's the S is South Africa, right? Why the hell would we have a South African? What? I don't know. I don't know what Elon is doing. He wouldn't even do that to his own company. He wouldn't expose all this stuff and do all this crazy stuff. And he did kind of go on the Twitter wild though. He did go when he started Twitter, it was crazy. And Twitter is still crazy. Have you seen the stuff that's on Twitter? Oh my God. It has turned into, I mean, it's some of the most racist stuff is on there. It then got kind of like, I don't know, man. It's I don't know. I wouldn't say it's necessarily still a respectable platform to me. To me, all the stuff that's being said on there, it's kind of coming across almost like one of those message board 4chan something. You know what I'm saying? Reddit or something. The way it's kind of, I don't know. The way the information is on there is so controversial. People get up on there and saying, "Wow," that's why Kanye West thought he could just say all kind of wild stuff. Now you crazy when Twitter cancel you because people are on there saying wild stuff. Myron Gaines saying wild stuff, and then Myron Gaines got the nerve to say that Kanye West is crazy. As much crazy stuff as Myron Gaines has said, child, him and Kanye West need to skip down the street and sing "Kumbaya" together. Come on now. But Twitter, I mean, so I don't know. Like, I mean, has Elon Musk other than PayPal? Because that's where he started off with, was PayPal, right? Other than PayPal, what other company have he been successful? Like where he like it's been 100% successful on its own. Like, because like I said, SpaceX, that's like government funded. Tesla, government funded. But Tesla is wild too because there's like some of them cars, honey, they stopped and tanked. I don't know, man. Trump is putting so much trust in Elon, and I don't know. I don't know whether he gonna try to run for. If he could, I think he'd probably try to run for president, try to change the rules so he could come over here and try to run and get control over America. Which he damn near is acting like he the president now. But how do you come to the White House dressed up in some jeans and a baseball cap, and everybody else is all like understanding there's a certain level of that shows that shows that he don't have no respect for it, you know? Yeah, South Africa's a part of BRICS. I don't know what the heck are they doing, bro. I don't know. Listen, y'all, I wasn't trying to stay on here that long. It's about, listen, I got like some shows coming up later on. I think I might do 2 shows. I'm gonna see if Melanie's going. So that's why I'm not gonna do too long this morning. The main thing I want to do is let y'all know that tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, we're gonna be doing that show with Mel. So please subscribe. Hit the notification so you can know when we're about to come on. I think it's going to be a great show for you guys to check. I think you should like really check it out. It's going to give some good information. We're going to be doing a lot more, doing some things, like I said, with meditation, with mindfulness, with all these different things, and really get back into the spirit, soul, mind connection. And we have the other channel that we're going to be doing with the kids. I'm going to be doing some fun reaction videos, talking to my daughters. I got to do something because our set keep Bogart my little short speed with her funny videos of she was a grandma the other day, and it's just funny stuff on my short speed. It'll be like serious on set pretending to be a grandma. You know what I'm saying? So just just enjoy, y'all, okay? Because I mean, this is my life, you know. Much love and see you guys later. Make sure you hit the notification. Make sure that you guys check the video we got coming out tonight. We might do some really impromptu live today. I'm still waiting to hear from Melanie to find out about that. So much love and peace.